Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Today we're going to go to San Francisco, and we're going to look at a beer from one of the oldest, in fact they call themselves the first craft brewery, one of the oldest craft breweries in the United States, and that is Anchor Brewing Company. And we're going to look at Anchor Porter. And this is a 5.6% porter, and on Rate Beer it has 3,803 ratings for an average score of 3.85 out of 5, and that's pretty high. 98 percentile for all beers and 100 percentile in its style, which is porter. And this has been made since 1974 in San Francisco, and so Anchor is one of the, probably the first craft brewery, if we want to make a distinction there between what could be considered craft in the, say, the 1960s and what is craft today. I think we could call them probably the first craft brewery. Fritz Maytag was a wealthy young man. He was the heir to the Maytag appliance company fortune, and he decided he didn't want to make washing machines. He was interested in beer, which he'd apparently tasted some good beer while traveling around Europe, and he bought a small company called Anchor Brewing Company in San Francisco, and this was in 1965. Anchor is most famous for making steam beer. Their Anchor steam beer, that's probably their flagship beer, which is actually a lager made under ale fermentation conditions, warm conditions, because they did not have ice back then to cool the beer for lagering, for fermenting after fermentation. And so this beer, though, has been made since 1974, and actually here it says 1972, so I'm not sure where I got that information, but in any case, it is a porter. It's not as commonly seen as their steam beer or what their Liberty Ale, which is a kind of a tribute to the Cascade hops, but this is a porter, and let's give this a go, shall we? Okay, so this pours out very, very dark, very dark. I mean, it's completely opaque. I don't know if it's a trick in my eyes, but I think I can see the carbonation rising up here. It's got a half a finger of very dark tan head. Well, the nose is very, very dark, fruity, pruny. Some roastiness in this for sure. Flavor is quite similar. It's very deep dark fruitiness with some kind of scratchy roast malt character to it. Considerable chocolate. The chocolate kind of comes up in mid-palate, hits the roof of the mouth, and you really get the chocolate feel out of it. Then the dark fruitiness, pruniness, almost a little bit sourish there in the late mid-palate, and a very smooth, lightly bitter finish here. So this is not a terribly bitter porter. It's not a terribly sweet one either. Very satisfying, rich. Yeah, it's pretty much straight ahead porter. Nothing going way off in one direction with any spiciness or anything like that. It's easy to see why this is so highly rated, for sure. Again, 98th percentile for all beers and 100 in the category of porter. 5.6%. So again, Anchor Porter. You may see this in a shop near you, and if you do, give it a try, especially if you are a lover of dark beers, stouts, and porters, and so forth. This is one you definitely should try. Okay, well, that's it for today. We've reviewed a few other Anchor beers in the past. We recently looked at Steam Beer and also Anchor Liberty Ale. And over the holidays, we looked at Anchor's Our Special Ale, or sometimes referred to as Celebration Ale. So take a look at those if you're interested in the Anchor Brewing Company. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please leave a comment if you like, and subscribe to the channel. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.